welcome back to my first ever anime video.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP!
I think it's about to be an absolute banger. So for this video, I will be reviewing every season of Demon Slayer. Now today, I actually just finished season 1 for the first time, so every one of these reviews will be my raw reaction right after finishing a season for the first time. Honestly, I'm really excited to make this video. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but it will probably take a long time. But if you guys like Demon Slayer, anime, movies, game shows, collectibles, I talk about all that here. And now, let's get into my review for every season of Demon Slayer, starting with season 1. So I guess with season 1, I'll just start with the basics. Some of the main characters, obviously Tanjiro. I honestly really like this character. He's kind of like the Spider-Man of the verse, and I really like characters like that, so I'm a pretty big Tanjiro fan. Nezuko, who is also probably one of my favorites. It is Tanjiro's sister, who became a demon, but is like a good demon. She's pretty badass in the show, and I really like her character. Inosuke, that's the guy with the pig mask, and I think he's the voice actor for Eren Yeager. He's really funny. I feel like he's like the Megumi of the verse, though. Like, he's just not that strong, but he acts all tough. But I really like his character, and he's very funny. Zenitsu.
Hey, shut the f*** up!
I absolutely hate this character, other than when he's sleeping. He's got cool lightning powers, and again, I like when he's asleep. He's a badass. Other than that, he's annoying as f***. I don't know if I'm gonna say this right. Muzan Kibutsu. The Michael Jackson dude. I don't know. I just call him the Michael Jackson guy. He is the main villain of the show. Honestly, he looks pretty menacing. He's had a couple cool parts. I'm excited to see what happens with him in the future of the show. And getting into some fights, Tanjiro versus the lower 5 was a really good fight that I really liked. Zenitsu versus the spider dude was probably my favorite fight, actually. I know I hate Zenitsu, and I said that, but he was sleeping in this whole fight, and he was absolutely cooking, and I just really like the lightning powers he has. Another fight early on in the season, the drum fight was very good. It had like a cool part with like the spinning rooms, and I thought that was really cool. So overall, I'm sorry I don't have a lot to talk about with season 1. I've had to come back to the show 3 different times because I've gotten really bored with it. So overall, I'm going to give the first season a 6 out of 10. I know some people might be disappointed. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the show, but the last 2 episodes actually gave me a lot of hope. I really liked the training arc, made me like the characters a lot more, and honestly, I'm very excited for the future of this show. I will give season 1 a 6 out of 10. Now, let's get into season 2. I have just finished season 2 of Demon Slayer. This season is a lot shorter. It is only 7 episodes long, and I think it's actually a movie.
Yes.
The plot's a little easier to follow, so I'm going to talk about the plot, I'm going to talk about a couple other things, and then I'll give you my rating for the season. So the Michael Jackson bad guy turns this other demon into a stronger demon, and then he took over a train. The whole season takes place on this train, with the gang and the Flame Hashira and Goku go and stop the train and the demon. I know that sounds really basic, but that's kind of the entire season. So a couple things. The second to last episode is my favorite episode. I thought it was really good. A lot of cool fights happen with all of the characters. I will say the finality was just decent, and I did like the upper 3 demon. The Flame Hashira does die. He talks for like 10 minutes.
Freddy Fazbear's digging in they butt. You know, he's the ringleader, so he's gotta set an example.
And he definitely could have, like, survived. Like, there definitely had to be some breathing technique where he could have survived. A couple other things. I did like the whole dream sequence. I think Tanjiro's at least was good. I really like the character of Tanjiro, but another thing that I'm slowly coming to think of with this show is the characters are very basic. I don't hate the characters, and I really like Tanjiro. He's probably my favorite because, like I've said, he's pretty much the Spider-Man of the verse, and I really like characters like that. But these characters are just so basic. Their storylines, how their characters are portrayed, it's just very basic. Again, it's not bad, but I've just seen more unique and better stuff in other animes and just other media in general. But overall, I'd give season 2 a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed some of the fights, and it was just alright in my opinion. I'm hoping the show goes up from here. Supposedly season 3 is one of the best seasons, and that's what we're about to get into, and I hope I start to like the show more. So again, let's get into season 3 of Demon Slayer. Tonight, I officially finished Demon Slayer Season 3, but before I did this review, I had to take a break. This season was so much, so I played some Marvel Rivals.
Peter, have you...
I played some Fortnite. But now I'm here. Let's waste no time. Let's get right into season 3. I have a lot to talk about. So the season starts off with a 4-month time jump since the Mugen train incident. The group and the other Hashira Tengen go to the entertainment district and go find Tengen's 3 wives. Yes, 3.
Damn!
While looking for them, they find 2 upper 6 demons that are siblings. The rest is just straight hand.
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
This whole season past episode 4, the Shibuya incident of Demon Slayer. These fights were absolutely insane. So that is the main standout of the season. The fights were insane. A couple other things I want to talk about. Nezuko has this random ass transformation thing where like she becomes like an actual demon. She like crashes out on one of the upper 6 and she's gonna like eat people. She's not supposed to eat people and she was gonna eat people. That was really crazy though. I was so confused that entire time. Another thing that I didn't really like is these 2 demons have more development than the main characters of the goddamn show.
Pretend I'm WD Gaster.
What the hell are you talking about?
The final episode, fight ends, everyone's saved, whatever. And then we get this insanely long, drawn out backstory about these 2 sibling demons that I don't give a shit about. I really like when media and stuff makes villains into kind of good characters. But it just did not work with these people. No way. But overall, I will say episode 1 to 4 was a drag for me. At least when they get to the entertainment district, I was bored out of my mind. They had to like dress up as girls and
You are gay.
until episode 5. When episode 5 kicked off, I was like, okay, went from a 6 to a 7.
6, 7.
It went from a 7 it went to a 7.5 after a couple fight scenes, and then the second to last episode I put up to an 8, and that's where I'm standing right now. I'm going to give Demon Slayer season 3 an 8 out of 10. Really, the only complaint I have with this show right now is just they just don't do anything with like character development. It's mainly just throwing hands and lore of demon stuff and upper 5s and Hashiras. Like Tanjiro, again, overall, I'm going to give season 3 an 8 out of 10. Now, it's going to take me a couple days to watch season 4 because I'm doing a couple things, a couple videos or whatever. Now, let's get into season 4 of Demon Slayer. I have officially finished season 4 of Demon Slayer. Sadly, this is our second to last season before we finish the show. I am actually blown away with this season. I cannot wait to talk about this. So let's waste no time and just get right into it. This season follows Tanjiro and Nezuko, and they go to the Swordsmith Village. So I really like this because Tanjiro had to get like blindfolded to go there. I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool. We don't get a lot of Inosuke and Zenitsu. So a couple new things. We meet a not so new character. I think you pronounce his name Genya. He was like one of the bully type characters in season 1. I did really like his backstory that they gave him, and I thought it was really funny and cool that his primary weapon is a gun. Another new character that we get introduced to that I also really like this season is the Mist Hashira. He was awesome in his fight with the pot demon guy, and his backstory and development was absolutely amazing. I was so hooked when they were talking about this that I think my cat wants to come up here. Say hi. Ma'am? I need to do a video. They also give the Love Hashira some character development, so no, she's not just a fan service character.
You weird, buddy. You're weird.
She actually has a cool little story. Stop eating plastic. The couple negatives that I have with this season are the demons this season. The upper 4 and 5 demons had like cool powers, like some lightning powers, and they were all like different personalities, like hatred, but I feel like they beat them pretty easily. And Nezuko can just be in the sunlight now. It kind of just happens. They do a fake out death with her.
What?
And overall, I love this season. The characters, the fights. I would say fight-wise, season 3's better, but overall, everything else, I think the filler in this season's better. I think this season is the best season we have gotten so far, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Some people may think I'm crazy, but I thought the season was very good, and I am very excited for season 5. Speaking of season 5, let's get into Demon Slayer season 5. I now have officially finished the final season of Demon Slayer. We're just gonna skip to the final episode, because I'm not gonna lie, this entire season was just filler.
And my balls stink.
It was just all the characters training to fight Muzan. Don't get me wrong, like, some of the filler stuff was cool. Probably the best stuff was getting to know some of the other Hashiras that we know less of. So now I kind of like their characters more, and I'm excited to see more of what they're gonna do. But that was really it. The final episode was great. Other than the Master's 5-hour speech, after that, it got insane. It was some Infinity War level. Everyone was holding Muzan down. They all thought they were locking in. I was so hyped. They all did their different techniques at the same time. And Tanjiro. And then, bling, that was my sound. Bling.
Tasty!
All fall into the Infinity Castle.
He said it! He said it!
That was absolutely insane. I kind of wish I didn't know about the movie, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, this is going to lead right into the movie. That final episode was insane, and seeing all the characters drop down there. Zenitsu is now locked in, and Nosuke's down there. All the different Hashiras, all the different characters. I am really excited, but overall, still very disappointed with this final season, just because it doesn't feel like that crazy just because the movie is like the finale. They really just treated this season as setup, which is a little disappointing. But overall, I still think it was a fine season. I wouldn't mind watching it again. Some of the filler parts are fun, and again, learning about some new Hashiras was pretty cool. And that finale was a crazy cliffhanger. I cannot wait to see this movie. But overall, I'm going to give the season maybe like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Probably a 6. Not that it was bad, it just wasn't anything crazy either. So overall, that is my review for every season or arc of Demon Slayer. Let me know what you guys thought. It's pretty cool because you guys got to watch me on this journey of me going through the different seasons. I am really excited for Infinity Castle. So if you guys like Demon Slayer, you guys like movies, game shows, collectibles, I talk about all that here, and make sure to look out for my review for Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. But that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah.